Hi anyone, I am Luppi and we are playing some more Mario Minecraft. How are you guys doing this week? It's been quite a week, I would say. A lot of a lot of big news. We're going to ignore the one thing that's popped up in the news. Just because I don't think this is a good forum for talking about it. I know, I usually like to give my opinions, but this time I'm willing to hang back. It's fine. And then there's a lot of cool other stuff though to talk about, so it's not really that big. It's not really that big of a loss, you know. So the one of the big things I want to talk about is there may be life on Mars. That's really cool because when I was a kid, um, the argument of whether or not Mars had water was the big argument, and learning that it might still have I think it's like pretty much settled science that it did, and it's increasingly close to settled science. Wait, what am I doing? I feel like I want one more? Or is that... Yeah, one more. Okay. I'm being a bit of a silly goose. We've got an axe. Let's use it. But yeah, Mars may have signs of life. We just have to get NASA the funding so they can actually send those Mars rocks home. Or send them to Earth. It's home for us, it's not home for the rocks, unfortunately. As someone who largely gets a lot of their alien adjacent news from alien forums, I'm a little surprised that, and on one hand I'm not, that a lot of the alien forum and UFO people aren't really excited about this news. I feel like the general vibe is we've known about this forever. Release the aliens, blah blah blah. And it kind of completely shows how scientifically illiterate random people on the internet are. I mean, that's just how it is. Like, science moves slowly. It's built by observation, experiment, and consensus. So it does move really slowly, because humans are really hard to convince. Or maybe it's less we're hard to convince and it's more we're not made to change our minds, really. Which is kind of a sad fact, but it's just how we are. The brain is a self-correcting organ that refuses to feel pain. Even if that pain is simply being told it's wrong about, like, the pronunciation of mayonnaise or iron, you know? So, I don't know. I find it really cool. As somebody who, like, when I was growing up, like I said, you know, water on Mars, whether there was still ice on Mars, was, like, big deals. It's really cool. It's really cool. Hopefully before my lifetime is over, we actually have a better understanding of life on Mars, or whether or not, like, it existed, whether or not it currently might still exist. I know that's a long shot. And the worst case scenario is life is on Mars, but it's the life we transplanted there. That would suck. If we sent back rocks, and it turns out they're just rocks contaminated with life forms that are found on Earth, that'd be terrible. Or if we found traces of life that weren't, like, fossil, but it's been replaced by our forms of life. That would be a real kicking a person when they're down, because we wouldn't be able to learn anything about the Mars life, and we'd just have to settle for we'd have to take our lumps on it, I guess, you know? That, and trying to learn about Mars, all we really managed to do was, make it even harder for us to get an idea of what it's all about. You know what? Maybe not. Maybe that's just how it's gonna be. I don't care. So yeah, the Mars life annunciation, or potential signs of life, you know, that's really cool. I'm really happy to see that move forward. Hopefully, hopefully we can get a U.S. government at some point that actually cares about sending stuff into space. On one hand, it always seems like a waste because the price tags always seem really steep. And on one hand, it's more, or it's less the monetary cost personally, and it's more simply the material cost. You know, every time we make one of these things, they're not small little drones. They're not small rovers. They're not small whatevers. They're big. Like all of the Mars rovers are like larger than people sized. When you see them next to scientists, it's like, oh, I was expecting a cute little thing. It's actually that would be if I saw this as an animal, if it was just wandering around, like my thoughts would be, that's too big. That's too big. So I'm excited for that. And hopefully we get something good out of it at some point. Doesn't have to be now, but at some point. And then what about that Nintendo Direct? What about the Nintendo Direct? Yeah. Oh, man. My thoughts on it are... honestly... I don't know. I didn't watch the whole thing. I kind of just watched snippets of stuff I knew I'd like. Like, I've kind of just reached the point where, like, I don't have the time to watch it. I'm not awake when the directs go up, and I don't have the time after the fact to deal with them. So, I don't know. I just go on the social media and see what people have, like, listed out that was announced, and then that's how I figure out what things I'll go pick through and look at. But yeah, there was quite a lot of stuff. There's some concerning things, I think, like the DLC being fairly expensive and announced and not really seeming to be a good value yet. I don't want to be a doomer. I don't want to sound like I'm one of those like anti-Nintendo people where everything they do is wrong and greedy. But it definitely seems like a lot of people don't think the Donkey Kong DLC was good value. And I mean, that's fair. Growing up as a person before like digital only and downloadable content, like personally it always just rubs me wrong, I guess. I guess that's fine. I don't know how many doors we'll need, but it's probably not that many. Oh, that actually looks kind of nice. Cool, I guess. So let's, we're gonna need more wood, actually. I don't know where I want to put the furnace. For now, I guess we can just put it anywhere and just do things up however we need to. We are gonna want glass. We are gonna want wood, but we can deal with wood as we run out of it, I suppose. And then for this, we do not have very many stairs. Okay. And it'd be nice if we had more, but I guess proof of concept. Proof of concept. How does that look? I mean, it doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look nice. But it doesn't look terrible. Let's see. There we go. Heck yeah. Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, maybe we'll line up the whole exterior with some of this. And remove even more of our yard than we already did. Unfortunate. Okay. Yeah, the DLC was something that stuck out. the amiibo. We got a lot of amiibo this time too. That was really cool. What am I? I'm looking for wood. Stairs. So that was kind of surprising, actually. I always assume amiibos are just gonna be gone, you know? That we're just never gonna see more of them, and then they just keep popping up. And I don't mind it, like, I do mind it now a little bit. They're getting expensive. Like, we're slowly reaching a point where they're getting a little too costly, I would say. And some of that is Nintendo did, like, increase the prices of amiibos in general. And I think some of that is, like, petroleum shortages or whatever, and that's fine. But for the US people, a lot of that, like, a solid $10 on everything, amiibo-wise, is just tariffs. Which is, it sucks. It really does. Like, this is a hard time to be a collector. And that's too bad. I enjoy spending too much money on pointless garbage. It fills me with joy that I could probably earn by, you know, doing anything useful. But why do useful things when you could just waste human resources to make more plastic? I don't know. But yeah. I know the most egregious would be like the the Kirby Air Raider ones are gonna be little nightmares if you care about your wallet, because they're $50 each, which is wild. At the same time, being fair to Nintendo, it does look like they're effectively too. Like the air raiding machine itself is an amiibo. And then the why is my brain farting? The air raid machine is an amiibo itself, and then the rider. There we go. I was brain farting really hard on that. But yeah, the rider. So you're basically getting 2 amiibo, even though it doesn't feel like it, you're technically getting 2 amiibo for the price of 1. So you'll shut up and like it anyways. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that, really. And I guess my feelings on it will kind of be determined by just how far is this going to go, you know? Is this going to be a thing where... Is this going to be a thing where every rider and every vehicle gets their own amiibo? I don't think that's going to happen. That's way too much. But at least we'll probably see Meta Knight and King Dedede. I was going to say Diddy Kong, and it's like, no, wrong franchise. I'm a fake fan. Nobody loves Diddy Kong Racing more than me. Never really played it, but nobody loves it more than me. Real fans here. But yeah. So I guess I'm willing to be patient. I'm willing to see how it plays out. I'm gonna be really sad if from now on amiibo pre-orders don't sell out and they go on clearance like a month later. Like, if that's just the universal thing from now on, like, I don't know. We'll see. Because I know that happened with the Street Fighter ones, right? The 3 Street Fighter ones from whatever the Street Fighter game on the Switch is. I don't know. I don't Street Fight. I'm not here for the street fighting stuff. I'm just here to yap about games, I guess. They were really detailed and they were a little bit larger, and I think that's part of the justification is we're gonna make all the amiibo larger. The one thing I do like about the Kirby ones though is if you look at the box, like there's a different kind of connection for the air raid machine and the like the rider. So that's kind of interesting. So I guess we'll see. We'll see how they work. And we'll see if those connections like stand up. Not everything stands the test of time. Not everything lasts a prolonged period of time. We need more wood. Okay. Actually, you know what? We're gonna keep carrots. And you know what? We'll see how much glass do we got. We got a fair amount. Oh yeah, I forgot that has the red frame now. That's right. Or is it brown? I can't see. So tell me tell me what color it is. And then it turns out it's right because my TV and the video actually actually have it on separate colors. That would be funny. But yeah, I don't know. Between the DLC and the amiibo, it's just like, you guys are asking a lot of money from people in a way worse economy than like 2017. I don't know what you guys are expecting. Like, a part of me just wants to shrug and be like, yeah, and that's what happens when the business side of Nintendo gets the power, and we no longer have the actual like game players and game developers being in charge. So I don't know. We'll see. I want to give the benefit of the doubt. Mostly because I am a brainwashed Nintendo pervert. You know, I'm a fanboy. I'm unapologetically a fanboy, so we'll see. I was really, and this isn't something I wrote down or was going to talk about, but the Virtual Boy making another semi-revival. That's fascinating. I'm really disappointed it's not an actual like re-release of the actual Virtual Boy. Like if they did a Game & Watch kind of thing for the Virtual Boy, I would buy that. Like if it was just it looked like a Virtual Boy, it played like a Virtual Boy, but all the games were just saved digitally on the system. I'd buy that. I'd pay $150 for that. I don't care. I don't know if it's worth $100 for a plastic VR thing, but you know, I would pay $150 for maybe even $200. I don't know. I am really stupid with money. I guess it would really depend on the vibes. I mean, I've definitely spent money on I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I have a lot of love for the Virtual Boy because I really do love the Mario Tennis on that system a lot. So I don't know. I have a lot of weird, like, it's not really nostalgic because I never played one as a kid. But I have a lot of appreciation for it. I don't know. So we'll see. I don't have Nintendo Switch Online though, so it's kind of worthless to me and I can't really get my hands on one now. But who knows? Maybe it could be a Christmas gift from somebody who does have Nintendo Switch Online to me. That would be cool. Although I feel like, why not just buy it for yourself, you know? Right? We're gonna check this place for wood and then we're gonna go to the other airship. Okay, so we do have a bunch. I'm gonna grab the oak as well, just so we have something to burn if we need to. And then I do want to check sand. Do we have more sand? My neighbor's car is loud. I can hear it. Hopefully you guys can't. That would be... I don't have any sand. And I feel like I knew that. I feel like I knew we didn't have any sand because we kind of used the... We've got a little bit. Not really anything to write home about. You know where all the sand is, actually. And we might grab... I don't know, I feel like we've got enough wood at this point. Maybe we'll... Have we ever even ridden our horses? Yeah, I know. I found you guys, and then I just left you here. Same with the cows. Oh, my poor neglected homestead. Someday. Whoa, that's a lot of dolphins. That's a pod. Oh, that's a pod of dolphins. In any case, yeah, the Virtual Boy stuff. I don't know, there's a lot of Virtual Boy games I'd love to play. But I feel like if my experience with like the Japanese, like what's it called, like the Night Over Innsmouth or whatever, it's Innsmouth something. Like some of those they just don't control very well. And I mean that's a lot of older games. That's my biggest complaint about a lot of NES games, which is why I always appreciate seeing an updated re-release of them. Whether it's Mario Brothers is the big one. Mario Brothers has a few really good. Whether it's them being bundled with Super Mario Advance or being bundled with like what was it? Was it a Super Mario 3D Land or Super Mario 3D World? There we go. So, I don't know. Do I know how to get out of the minecart? I think I just hit the thrill stick button, right? I guess we'll see. Yeah, there we go. That was still making the rolling noises long after we were stopped. Okay. That's kind of creepy. Let's see. Oh hey, there's a guy. I don't have a weapon, so you better not have a weapon either. Oh, you've got a thing. You've got an ammonite, so you're not gonna despawn. You're just gonna be a creep. Okay. I mean, I've got a trident. And we got some sand. Okay. That's better than no sand. We've got a fair amount of sand. We do not need that much sand, actually. We can leave it there, I would say. It's probably fine, right? Although, if we just convert sand while we're donking on stuff, we can have a lot of glass, and if we need it for anything else, we've got glass. Maybe that's worth it. Someone's shooting at me, I think. Maybe not. Alright, let's go back to the base and then go back to the end and then get this show on the road. So what were if any of you guys watched the Nintendo Direct, what were your favorite parts of it? I'm kind of giving mine, but what things were you happy to see? I know one thing, I saw the leaks for like the deodorant, the spray-on deodorant with the Mario Galaxy stuff on it. So I wasn't really that surprised by a re-release of Mario Galaxy or the the Super Mario Galaxy movie. That's a mouthful. So I know that's something that's been kind of clowned on. Wait, what the heck? I better have grabbed one of those carrots. Just because people are like, the first game came out in what, 1980 something, and then Super Mario Galaxy came out in what, 2007? That's almost 20 years of games they're not making movies out of. But it kind of misses the fact that like Mario Galaxy was a very internally cohesive game. And they had enough ideas where they made 2 games. Like, that's the thing. It's the first 3D Mario that got a sequel. So, Like, I don't know. How are you gonna make a movie of, and I say that, I say, how are you gonna make a movie of Super Mario 64? And it's like, well, you just have Bowser come back. He, takes over Peach's castle and the Power Stars, but like, I don't even know if that's a part of the lore that the movie is even going to care about, you know? Like, the Mario games literally create new lore and plot elements as they need to justify Bowser kidnapping Peach, or how Bowser defeated the Mario Brothers, or how Bowser's doing this or that, you know? And don't get me wrong, like, a lot of those elements are really cool. Like, the Koopalings, the Power Stars. Very neat. Very, very nice to have them all. But at the same time, like, they only really exist to justify the plot of the game. Now that I'm thinking about it, though, I would love to see a Super Mario 64 movie, though. Especially if they, like, 20 years later, made a Super Mario 64 DS remake of the movie. That'd be hilarious. I'd pay to watch that stuff. Like, I don't know, I like thinking about it, actually, maybe the people are right. Maybe every Mario game could actually become a... Like, Super Mario World, I think, would work really well. Super Mario Galaxy is already being made. The Mario 64 could work. I think the biggest difference is probably Super Mario 64 would require a lot of, like... It would require the scriptwriters to do a lot of the heavy lifting. And that's always a very dangerous place to be when you have a game that's very beloved, but also like really weird in terms of like it has a clear story, right? Mario goes because he gets a letter from Peach. Bowser took over the castle, stole the Power Stars, blah blah blah. But you gotta have an actual plot so people actually watch that, you know? If we're turning it into a movie. So, I don't know. I do think Super Mario World could work, because back in the day, you may not have known this, but Nintendo did have people make, like, adventure books, like choose your own adventure books for the Mario series, and some of those were based off Super Mario World, and they were very interesting and very fascinating for young kid me. So, I don't know, I definitely believe Dinosaur Island would be a great setting for another Mario movie. Should we ever get one? I feel like... I definitely feel like, what is it? Isle Delfino would work as well, Super Mario Sunshine. And like, I do think Super Mario 64 would also work, but you'd also have to have scriptwriters who know what they're doing. And that's always a dangerous thing, like I said. Not that I don't believe that the people at Illumination can do it, it's just, I don't know. I feel like Super Mario 64 is definitely the Mario game that's the most out there. In terms of, in terms of what it has. I don't know, it's a very weird game, personally. A very interesting game, but a very weird game. Alright, so what I want to do is whenever... Whenever that's done, we will gather up more glass. I feel like I need to sneeze. I did sneeze. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna sneeze again. I felt like I was at first, but I don't think I'm gonna sneeze again. Hopefully I didn't... Hopefully I didn't do anything to the recording. I don't know. Should be fine. Should be okay. Grab these, and then we'll grab that, and we'll do that. Cool beans. I don't have dirt. We need to grab dirt. Okay, and then we're going up here again. And at a certain point, we're just gonna have to say like, yeah, this is how it is. This is our dumb cabin in the whatever. Cabin in the end. Yeah, I don't know. I guess like looking at the Mario Galaxy movie and the re-release of Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, there is a part of me that's I'm always really bemused and entertained by people who think we're getting a Mario Galaxy 3. Like, I don't know. I was in college when I first experienced people demanding a Mario Galaxy 3. Like kids like half my age. Maybe even younger than that. You know, that was just a strong opinion they had. And I had never experienced that until I was standing in line for like Amiibo with people younger than me. So yeah, what are your thoughts? Are you a Mario fan who where did you first experience Mario? My first Mario game was Donkey Kong. And then Super Mario Brothers, and Super Mario Brothers 2, and Super Mario Brothers 3. Simultaneously in the same day. It was a Valentine's Day in like 1990 something, after the Super Nintendo came out. Like probably 1997 or 1998 actually when I think about it. Because or maybe not. No, it would have been or maybe it would have been around there. Maybe around 96, 95, I don't know. Like it was definitely before we got our not our Super Nintendo. We got our Nintendo 64 in like 1996 or 7. I don't remember. Somewhere in there. So it would have been way earlier than that. So yeah, probably 95, 94. I don't know. Somewhere in there. But yeah, it was. I remember we actually got it earlier because we got it because my uncle bought my cousin a Super Nintendo, and he didn't believe that he needed the old one now that he had the new one, I guess. So we got the old one. And I played the crap out of that. I think we all did. It was good all around. I really like, as much as I claim to hate the NES, like there's a lot of love that I have for it. It is such a magical little system if you play the right games. If you play the right games. If you're playing Nintendo games, just play anything that was made after, like Mario Brothers. That's fine. Mario Brothers was when they finally got everything kind of figured out, for the most part. And that's not to say there isn't like a criminal amount of jank and weirdness in the NES even after that point, but they definitely got things a lot more figured out after that. And that is my opinion on the NES. But yeah, like we haven't had a sequel for a 3D Mario ever at that point. I mean, unless you count Super Mario 64 DS. And like nobody does. It's a really good re-release. It's a really good remaster. Whatever you want to call it. A re-release, a remaster. A complete reworking of a classic game. An expanded edition. But it's not a sequel. We had never really seen sequels to the 3D Marios at that point. So I don't know. I just think people who expect or demand Super Mario Galaxy 3, like people who thought it was a sure thing, Like, I laugh because it's like, no. But it's like, yeah, but the first 4 Marios were numbered, and it's like only in Japan. And we didn't even get this. We didn't even get the proper second one. We got an updated Doki Doki Panic. What am I looking? Stairs. That's right. Stairs. We don't have very many, so we're gonna have to make a bunch. Okay. So it goes. But there are a few like other games that I am looking forward to. I'm trying not to be mean. Like if it seems like I'm being mean, especially about like the Galaxy 3 thing, like I'm just chuckling as an adult who never expected there to be a Galaxy 3. It doesn't make sense in like how Nintendo does things. Like my feelings are, especially when you like I was a Nintendo nerd back then, and I still am. But I was reading Nintendo Power when Galaxy and Galaxy 2 came out. And like reading the interviews, like the only reason like Galaxy 2 happened was because like they still had ideas that they couldn't fit into Galaxy 1. Like that's it. That's why we got Galaxy 2. And they didn't have like the stuff to do like a proper DLC, you know? Or they didn't want to, they just realized they had enough content to make a new game. And like that's really cool. It really is. It's legitimately really cool that they just made an entirely new game with their, like, leftover ideas. But yeah, I was really happy to see some more Tomodachi Life stuff. Like, that's a game that doesn't always get the love. I don't know, it's a weird game. And it doesn't always get... I don't know, if it sells for, like, $80, I'm gonna skip Tomodachi Life. I love Tomodachi Life. I loved it on the 3DS. But I can't justify spending $80 on a glorified aquarium for Mii's. Even if I am one, and I really do enjoy Tomodachi Life. It is a really cute little game. But I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. It's coming out next year. I'm sure we'll get more information about it later. The game that really, really stole my attention, though, unexpectedly, was Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. That looks good. It looks like classic Yoshi story, Yoshi's Island kind of stuff, but with a different set of mechanics. So that's really cool. I am legitimately interested in this game now. It doesn't always happen. I don't always end up interested in the Yoshi games. They're hit or miss. They really are, and that's unfortunate. Yoshi deserves a lot better than that. So yeah, I'm excited for Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. I don't really we don't really know anything about it that much other than what the trailer showed us. So I'm not going to speculate. I'm not going to let myself, like, raise my expectations to a point where it could never fulfill them. That's not fair to the game. Or to the developers. I'm just gonna experience it for what it is, I guess. Yeah, that's kind of how it goes. Okay, cool. And once again, One Piece was really crazy good this week. It's been pretty much peak ever since we started going through the flashbacks. So I don't know. I'm all for it. I'm all for a flashback piece, I guess, agenda piece. Definitely Whitebeard still continue. Whitebeard may be dead, but he's still the best character in this series. I'll tell you what. I think I like Whitebeard so much, though, because I definitely... I don't know, if you live in a rural area, you definitely know a lot of older guys who definitely have a lot of cool things they can teach, like, the younger generation. But you also know a lot of them are just really shitty people or really bitter people. So it's just nice to see, like, this wholesome dude. Like, he's a pirate, and that kind of sucks. Like, you know, he's just pillaging people and whatever. But, like, it's really cool to see this wholesome guy whose whole thing was, like, I just want a family. All of my shipmates are my sons, you know? I'm just gonna sail around with my boys, and we're gonna explore and fight other pirates and drink, like... And I'm gonna send all of my share of the treasure back to my home island because I love it and I miss it, and I don't want the people there to go without. Like, Whitebeard's awesome. Whitebeard's the best. Like, it seems weird to be like he was gone too soon, because in story he was like, what, 80 years old, 79, something like that? But like, we only knew him for so long. But yeah, I'm a big Whitebeard fan. And I guess, like, as you guys grow older, try to be the cool older adult who can, like, still teach people things, but isn't a jerk about it. Like, just remember, like, we all start off knowing nothing, and you don't have to make that everybody else's problem, you know? You can just, you can let people learn something. You can be a teacher. It's not that hard. Maybe it is. Maybe it's very hard. Maybe that's why nobody really wants to, nobody wants to teach people, apparently. But yeah, I am enjoying One Piece a lot. It's been pretty crazy good lately, which is always a good sign, personally. Let's see, how... Cool. That seems fair, right? That, I mean, it's not classy or anything, but, you know, it's... it's good enough. It'll do. It'll do. And then what I need to do is stairs. And then we are going to have to, come on. There we go. Okay, that's what I was afraid of. And that's fine. It's okay. Oh, but we can't go up that way. Okay. We just gotta... There we go. Okay. And then we can get rid of this guy. Get rid of that guy. Open up some windows. And then... Okay. Also, torches are something we're gonna probably wanna put somewhere, aren't they? Yeah, that's a lot better. That is a lot better, actually. Yeah, I feel like once we get some windows in, I'll have better opinions about this whole thing. 'Cause right now, it is still fairly... We're actually gonna want glass, aren't we? Duh. Let us see. We might want some fence, and we might want torches. There we go. And that's what I was talking about. Torches. Oh, we should have grabbed coal. Dang. Okay. Oh, we did. Duh. Nice. I'm just not paying attention to anything I do, apparently. Nope, not what I wanted. On one hand, that's a little silly. Because that's still open. Oh, and that's... Okay. I'm just dumb. We gotta... Okay. Gotta do it up just... There we go. Natural progression. There we go. And then... I have no idea. I guess we'll probably... Ooh. I don't know. So that's 4, and then that's another 4. Okay. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll see how it all lines up. Yeah, looks good. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here. But yeah, the thing that really captured my attention though was Pokemon. What is it? Pokapia? Pokapia? I feel like it's supposed to be like Pokemon and Utopia. I have no idea how to pronounce it though. Pokopia? Pokapia? Like, whatever it is. Like, it's weird that people keep saying like, it's Animal Crossing and Pokemon. It's Dragon Quest Builders. It's made by the same people. But I'm interested to see where it goes. I didn't see any gameplay that really made it seem like it would be that intense. But I am interested in seeing if there's more to it. Because if it's basically like cozy Dragon Quest Builders, I'm kind of okay with that. Honestly, I would just like to see a... I would love to see a game like that that's like Animal Crossing based. Where you're like making an island. I don't know. I'd like to see a more Animal Crossing. Maybe like even making an... I'd like to see a game where you're making an entire like... Okay. I have no idea where that is actually. A game where you are making an entire like city-state, but it's all Animal Crossing characters, and the main gameplay is just like Dragon Quest Builders style. I think that would be neat. I have no idea. Well, I guess we just gotta do it. And if it's not in the right spot, we'll undo it. Okay, yeah. Yep. Oh hey, look at that. We've got one experience. Hooray. And then we have a gap of 2, and then we've got our other window. Hooray. But yeah, if we are... And I guess my feelings too, because like the Pokemon side games are oftentimes digital only, I'm wondering if it's gonna get a physical release. If it does, and it doesn't seem terrible, we may play Pokemon Pokapia, or whatever. We may replace one of our Minecrafts with Pokemon Pokapia. Pokapia. Whatever it is. So maybe we'll try our best to finish up one of our Minecraft playthroughs, so that we can actually play a new game for the first time in forever, right? So the way it seems, this one and that one are lined up. This is interesting. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, we haven't seen anything. We just saw the little trailer. I'm tentatively excited because I think it would be really cool. Like, one thing I've learned from Cobblemon is just the addition of collecting random creatures. And just even like even if the trainer stuff doesn't really pan out, like simply being able to like have them fight is really neat. And it definitely adds another like addicting element to a Minecraft style game. Like, that's all we need is just a game that's basically just Dragon Quest Builders and Minecraft combined. And then you can also collect monsters. And that's the whole gameplay cycle, is just have fun with your little monster buddies, your little monster bros. That's all we need. That would probably ruin my life. That would probably be a game where I would quit my YouTube channel and just play it, if there was such a thing. Cobblemon did come close earlier this year. It definitely got me back into Minecraft, and that's always a very bad thing. Like, I play it every week here, Mario Minecraft, but it's a little different, like, playing it as an obligation at a set period of time and trying to have, like, very specific things we're trying to get done while talking, and then having just like free time where you can just do whatever you can as long as you make the time for it. So you just keep making time for it even if it's at the expense of everything else. Not my proudest moment, but you know, we all game here. We all know what it's like sometimes. Sometimes you just find a game where you gotta put things off and let your responsibility slide, let your health fail a little bit. Definitely get up and walk every once in a while. Please don't die of a heart attack. That is very not gamer to do. But yeah, I am tentatively interested, excited for Pokemon Pokepia. Not very interested in any of the DLC for the games that were announced, whether it's Donkey Kong. I still haven't played Donkey Kong Bonanza, so no spoilers still, please. I mean, I'm probably never going to play it at this point. Sadly. But, no spoilers. We'll get there whenever we get there. And then the Pokemon ZA stuff, I don't know. Like, what I heard is it's not that unusual to announce a DLC before the game's released. But the Pokemon Company is probably also kind of pressured by the fact that like they released trading card packs with game releases, so they're probably trying to have a new like expansion set for the release of Pokemon ZA, which makes sense. I don't have to like it, you don't have to like it, but it does make sense a little bit. Alright. Now that's a little more bright. Cool. We did it. We turned this dreary place into a happy place. That's good enough for me. We can just have a little nook. It's fine. It's fine to have a little nook sometimes, right? Let's see. I mean, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's not good either. Honestly, I think what would help would be going around and like actually extending the roof off that. And then I honestly want to add like a layer there. But I feel like that would be kind of gross. It would break up the shape. So I think it's a little too basic, honestly. It's a bit too basic. And like, it is helped by a lot of the elements that we've added, but honestly, you know, it would be kind of neat, but I don't know if it would work. Nope, that's not what I want. There we go. Heck yeah. We're gonna waste all these stairs. Hooray. Okay, how do I... That's not how I wanted to do this at all. Okay. Nice. That's awesome. It works the same, it's a little funky. Okay, we got this going for us, so that's something. And I can only fall down here and we'd know. So that's beautiful. I like that. Not gonna like all the wood we're wasting, but you know, I do appreciate this might look okay. It probably won't. It'll probably look like garbage and we'll have to redo it, but you know, we can dream. We can dream. Let me dream a little dream, huh? Yeah, I don't know. Like, it wasn't the best direct I've ever seen. It definitely wasn't the worst. Like, we've had some real stinkers back in the day. So I'm not too terribly upset. I just wish everything wasn't so gosh darn expensive. Like, I know if I had real wishes, if I had real genie wishes, I probably wouldn't. I don't know. Like, if you can wish for more money, why would you want to make things cheaper? And which one would have worse? Which one would have worse impacts on the world? Everything instantly becomes way cheaper forever. But nobody controls the prices of anything anymore. And businesses close constantly. I don't know. Existential deflation. What the heck would that be? Existential de-inflation. Ugh. Dumb. That's what that is. It's dumb. Okay, I'm losing sight of where I am. Okay. Once again, wrong spot. That's fine. We're still learning. It's gonna turn out at some point I screwed this up. I mean, I did, but not the way I thought I would. Oh, darn. I don't know if that's what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. It's fine. It looks okay. But what I need to do now is we gotta get up there. Well, let's see how it looks. I mean, it's not the worst thing ever. It's definitely a little better than our, our solid straight up wall monument there. Okay. So what I want is to do that, and then I want to grab this. So what I want to do is... boop. There we go. Let's waste even more wood. We're just burning through it. Life. Whatever can we do about it? Yeah, if you had different opinions about the Nintendo Direct, feel free to comment them. I'm not gonna make fun of you no matter what. Unless you tell me like we're gonna get Galaxy 3 in the next direct. If you're telling me we're gonna get Galaxy 3, I may be a little sassy about it. But it's just because it tickles me. The idea is it's something I would have never thought of. Like, it's really sweet to see people who are so attached to Super Mario Galaxy as an idea. Like, they were neat games, don't get me wrong. Like, I 100%ed them a long time ago. But they're neat games, definitely. And up until Odyssey, they were probably the best 3D Mario games in terms of like everything. They were internally cohesive. They were just really good games. Yep. Like, I am definitely a fan of Mario Galaxy, but not to the point where I was expecting or demanding a Galaxy 3. That is something that really tickles me. It's really cute. Definitely like the Nintendo gamer version of like you sweet summer child. But yeah, if you have any other opinions though, I'd love to hear them. I'm just one guy with my own dumb opinions. But yeah, I would say one thing though is I'm actually kind of thinking about not buying Pokemon ZA on launch. I think that's something this direct did to me. Because I was excited for it before, but like just with the paid DLC and then the Mega Evolutions for the Kalos starters being tied to online play, like, I don't know. And I get it, like, they've changed up the battle system, so they're probably trying to get people to be jumping into it. They want the new players to jump into it and get used to it and not complain about it. But, I don't know. I don't wanna play. I don't have Nintendo Switch Online. And locking content behind stuff like that kind of ticks me off. I don't know. I just miss the days where like I miss Gold and Silver. I miss Heart Gold and Soul Silver where they had like literally every Pokemon in. There wasn't blah 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 blah. I don't know. Like growing up back in the day of the Nintendo events for random legendaries for the mythical Pokemon, like I don't miss those days. Like why can't it just be I connect online to my whatever? So all the systems have online capabilities now. Like, just let me get stuff at my own leisure. Why does it always have to be an event? Why does it always have to, like, exploit, like, fear of missing out? I really hate that about Pokemon. How it really does exploit the fear of missing out. And I know it's not the worst offender. There are tons of games that are way, way worse. But it really does suck because it's a game franchise made for kids. That's what really gets me. It's a game franchise made for kids, but also like a lot of adults. And these are two groups of people who, one, doesn't deserve to have the bad habit of we gotta play the game every time there's a new thing, or until there's no more new things. I don't know. It's gross to me. So that's my opinion. We'll see if it means anything. Maybe it doesn't mean anything. Maybe this is just bad communication on Nintendo's part or Game Freak's part. And everything will be available in the game other than the paid DLC stuff. Like, I'm sure that won't be at all. Who knows? Maybe they'll change their opinions. You never know. We could be so mean that they change their opinions. Or their plans. Or whatever. So yeah, we'll just have to see. But I'm probably going to... I may cancel my Pokemon ZA pre-order. I'd rather not, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. Wouldn't be the worst thing. Which one are you? Oh, am I in the way? Is that it? Nope, that's not the problem. Why? Okay. Okay, you're gonna be a donkey about it, aren't you? Okay. Gotcha. Wait a second. Can I just do it like this? I'm down here. Would that be the easiest choice? Yeah, I feel like that would be the easiest choice. Okay. Got it. I got it. Okay, and is that... Yep, there we go. Here we are. Beautiful. Perfect. Alrighty, let's see. There we go. There we go. That's looking pretty slick, I would say. I mean, we'd have to see how it looks once we're done doing this. It could look like garbage, but I feel like it's gonna be fine. I feel like it should be okay. I'm not feeling threatened by how this looks. Although I've got a really weird angle, so it's probably going to need some minor adjustment. Possibly. But yeah, I think the game I'm most excited for this year is still Kirby Air Riders. Depending on whether or not I buy it on its launch day, it may kind of screw up uploads for that week. So if I stop uploading in November for a week or so, Kirby Air Riders is why. I was a big... My sister and cousin and I were big Air Rider fans back in the day. We played it like every time we got together. So it's nice that it got a re-release. I'm very happy about that. I'm very excited to see... Oh boy, which one? That one, right? Okay. Actually, what we're probably going to want to do is just make a second one. And then dig them both down as we go. And then let's see, how does this look from up here? That is gross. That's a mistake. But it's a mistake that can be corrected. There we go. And that's also a mistake. But mistakes can be corrected. Allegedly. Man, why are all these wrong? It looked okay because I was looking at the bottom and I couldn't see it, that's why. Well, I'm glad we went up here and tried to get a good look at everything. It definitely saves us from being on the ground screaming at ourselves over our failure to do this right. Every single corner. Gosh darn it, man. Every single corner piece. Almost. Some of them are okay. That's good. And that is a very swell, I would say. Pretty darn swell indeed. We probably should get some torches up here, if we're being honest. It seems like a waste, but it never really is. It's an investment in not having things too close to our little homey homestead. Okay. So I think that's good. Well, we'll get a good look at our house after this, and then we'll decide whether or not this is the way it has to be. I think it's probably okay for what it is. It's not a great house. But I've definitely made worse. Yeah, that looks fine. Like, it's a little funky with the whatever the frick that is, but you know, it's fine. I think my greatest issue is just how much space it actually takes up. Its footprint is a little bit it's a bit bigger than I would have wanted. I'm glad we expanded the island, but it's still like, this takes up a heck of a lot of space. Oh well. Oh well, at least we've got a... Honestly, put more like that. Well, that's not gonna work. Oh, maybe it will. Maybe it will. Because we do that, right? And then... Let's see, can we make other things? What other things can we make? I want to make we don't have any wood on us. Okay. Wait, did we burn through all the wood? We grabbed so much of it. Holy smokes. That's unfortunate. Who would have guessed? Who could have ever known? Wow. Yikes. Heck yeah. I mean, that's not really what I'd want, but you know what? It's fine. What do I even look like when I'm doing this? I just look like I'm standing on some stuff. Okay. Interesting. Very, very interesting. And how do they have the little... I feel like they have shorter ones, don't they? Am I dumb? Like shorter fake tables. I feel like that's a thing. I could be wrong, but I feel like that is a thing. You know what, why not? And then... Might as well, right? Might as well make use of the thing we made, right? Yeah, it's something. And then. We might as well make use of all this space, right? I say. Not really making use of the space, but you know, we're trying our best. We've got a little room. Is this? Yeah, okay, we can. So like on one hand I liked it because it changed the interior a little bit compared to the other floor. But this gives us a little bit more space. And that's kind of what we need right now. We need a little bit more space for our cozy little closet with a view. And I wouldn't mind, like, that fine. Ooh, I'm not a fan of that. Oh. Wait. Okay. That's in between. Okay, that makes it a little bigger than I wanted it to be, but it's fine. It's just 1 over. It's fine. It's okay. It's really hard to do planning of things. Plotting out rooms and whatever. Okay. I once had to do a project like that, though, designing an entire house for like a life skills class. I enjoyed it. I made the worst house ever, though. I made a bedroom only accessible to like an indoor pool. The teacher never talked to me about that though. There was no like, why'd you do this? This would not be practical. So I don't know. I'm left wondering. Okay. And that's fine because we can add a door there. So we're gonna grab our doors. We should still have like 3, right? 3 or 4? We have 4. Cool, cool. Let's see. Let's go to that. Get us some of that, and then... Did I throw something? I did. Okay. And we gotta eat a carrot. that would be good. And let's see about... Honestly, I feel like we should get a different set of doors just because I feel like this is... If it's the outside door, we don't want the same door in the entire... You know? Am I weird? I don't feel like the indoor doors and the outdoor doors are the same door ever, you know? And while I appreciate the Super Mario 2 style door, we've got a little bit of different wood, so we can make another kind of door, I feel. It's probably okay. Yeah, see? Although I would really like a spruce door, but it's fine. If we've only got oak doors, we'll take them, right? Oh yeah, that looks nice. Kind of classes with the dark, but you know, it's fine. It's okay. We're not here to judge. We're not here for any reason other than to make... And we can't place beds, that's right, because it's the end and they explode. Okay. That's fair. That's fine. We don't need to do that. I mean, we can place them, right? We just can't use them. If I'm remembering. What I want to do is slowly but surely move things indoors. I don't know where we'd want to, where would be the best place? Probably this room, right? This would make a good treasure room, I would think. And I think what we'll do is we'll place all of our wood stuff and our plant stuff in here. For now. So if it's wood or plant base, it's fine. But if it's anything else, we'll wait until we do the other stuff. Okay. Okay. So yeah, last time we got the pool all situated. And this time we got our our dumb looking house. I mean, it looks better than it did. That's for sure. But it still looks like a very weird house. A very, very weird house. Okay, so we got a lot of wood, I think. So we'll bring that up. And then... Although we probably should have gone through the other one and took out anything that would have fit. It's fine. It's okay. It is what it is. It is what it is, after all. We are what we are. Statements that make no sense, but you're forced to concede to them anyways. You know what? The tools might as well, right? We understand why they're here. Yeah. Yeah, I guess there really wasn't that much that went on. It was just, you know, the big news thing. The Nintendo Direct, the Mars thingy. Which isn't really that much, I guess, in hindsight. It felt like a lot. It felt like a lot to me. I guess after all the news cycles were pretty much just like the same old, just slowly trucking along to oblivion. I guess it's easy to feel like everything's kind of same, but they're not really. So, you gotta keep that in mind. And then, yeah, this one will be for stone and stuff. And dirt. Okay. Huh. We brought a lot of stuff to to this realm. Well, weirdly enough. Gonna be honest, I kind of need a sip of water. I think I need that. I think I've earned that. So we're gonna get the rest of our stuff. I'm gonna get a sip of water after that, and then we will... Maybe I'll check my list real quick, and then we'll see if there's anything left to talk about. Because we got a bit of time before we have to go. And there's still a few things we can do before we start having to look for things. We're not quite at that point of the day. We have still got very obvious things we need to knock out of our agenda. Yeah, we got a lot of cobblestone. A lot of all kinds of things. A lot of dirt. At this point, I don't think we really need it all, but I'm sure we're glad to have it. And is there anything else? Dark oak and oak. Okay, I guess both. I don't know. What's the difference between these? What's the difference? And then I did want to make a little farm. But I don't know how practical that is anymore. All things considered. Well, come on. Close the door. We're gonna go right about here. I'm gonna stare at this for a while. I'm gonna get a sip of water. I'll be back. Be good. That was more than just a sip. Let me get situated again. Where is my stuff? Where am I? Oh, I'm moving. Oh dear. Luckily, we are contained. Okay. I think I'm situated, more or less. Oh yeah, this is... Oh, you know what we need to do? Move you. You're going inside as well. Furnace. It's fine. We can... Honestly, there we go. That's fine. We've created quite the place here. I keep thinking like, yeah, where would we put a bed? And it's like, no, stop thinking about beds. Let's not accidentally blow this place up. Okay. Where? Oh yeah. I feel like that's okay. Wait. Did I see something move? Maybe. There's always something moving, right? And the music went. Whatever. And that's fine. That's okay. The music is always going whatever. You know what we really need? We need fishing rods. Don't we? Look at this. We've got a pool we can swim in. Floating in the end. Heck yeah. Oh, hen, we've already got a tree. So that is the difference between an oak and whenever the dark oaks emerge, we'll get an idea of what they are. And then what I really want to do is, I really would like to start a farm. That's why I brought potato. And technically that's why I brought the carrots as well. And we brought the flowers just so we could plant them too, but we don't really have the space. The mansion, I say mansion, the house, the cottage, takes up a little more space than I thought it would. Which is fine. That's just how it is. That's okay. Hello guys, how are you? I hear that. I'm just running around. I don't have any real reason to do this, but why not? Oh, I guess getting a different view of our island would be a smart thing. You know, from here it doesn't look that bad, actually. Like, would I want to live in it full time? Probably not. Because in real life, I feel like those stairs would be a death trap. But what pair of stairs isn't a death trap in real life, though? For being honest. So where would we actually make a garden here? Or should we... Oh, you know it'd be a really smart place for a garden? If we're not being dumb. If we're not being dumb. A really smart place to have a garden would actually be... let me grab more wood. Let me grab dirt. And let me show you what we can do with a little can-do attitude. Come on, trees. Grow for me. Okay. And we can't miss our stop. I mean, we can, but that would be bad. Wait, is there something down there? No, I think I'm just hallucinating. Maybe. I'm hallucinating, I think. Okay. So what we can do, and what we have to do, actually two entirely different things. What we have to do is we have to expand this. What we can do is we can expand it around the waterfall, so we can't fall off the waterfall to our doom. I mean, technically we will, but if you go too far, but we're just going to ignore that. And we're going to make a little farm. And then we don't have to worry about not having space on the main cottage. We have Secret Farm down here. And at this point, we're not gonna look at them. At this point, we're not gonna look at them. Only bad things happen to those who provoke those who shouldn't be seen. Yep. So we will not provoke them. We will not fall victim to that sin. We'll make a little cozy little farm island. And then we may call it a day. I don't know. It depends. What else do we need to do today? I think that's about it. We finished the house. I say finished. We got the exterior done of the house. We built a house. If only it was as easy in Minecraft. If only everything was as easy in Minecraft as it is in real life. That would make things a lot easier. A lot better. In many ways, I would say. Okay. So what I do want to do, though, is I want to... Is that big enough? I mean, it could be bigger. It could be bigger, I suppose. But at the same time, if we make it too big, it's just going to be its own little thing. Like, I don't want it to be super huge. I just want it to be a cozy little veggie farm, you know? That's all it has to be. It doesn't have to be this big old, weird, involved thing. It can just be whatever it is. And that's okay. There, I feel like that's fine. So, we'll add our wood. I hear you. I hear you. I don't like to hear you, but I hear you. Stop. Get out of my head. I was trying to read my notes, but then I realized I can't read in the dark. So that was kind of pointless. Hopefully we've run out of things to talk about, and we can just... Oh, you know what? One more thing about the Nintendo Direct. Metroid Prime 4 got a release date, didn't it? December 4th. Wow. Man, to think, it was 2017 or 2018, whenever they initially announced it. It's been a long while, almost 10 years. Wow. What a long, strange ride it's been, huh? Hey, at least we got, what was it? Metroid, Samus Returns and the Metroid Dread. Like, that's not too bad. Better than nothing. Better than the F-Zero people are getting. We're gonna make a F-Zero 99. And that's the only F-Zero anything you're getting for the rest of your lives. Eat the slop, piggies, eat the slop. I don't know. I enjoyed F-Zero 99 when I was playing it. It was kind of neat. I wasn't that good at it. I never won, but it was definitely very neat. Back when I still had Nintendo Switch Online. Because I wasn't playing and editing and uploading 2 Animal Crossings every gosh darn day. I just keep telling myself we're just pre-gaming for when you play multiple versions of The Longing at the same time. Or if you decide to stream it, you could stream like 8 hours of it, treat it like it's a full-time job. And then get really upset when nobody wants to watch it because it's a really niche game that probably a lot of people don't know about. I do not actually own multiple copies of that game, I believe. Really? None of the other trees are growing? If only I had bone meal. Or maybe I put them in a bad spot. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. Maybe they're too close together? I don't know. Because the oak grew fine, and that was a while ago. I don't know what's going up with that. And then we need more dirt. And you know what? We probably need a few other things. Let's make some tools. Why don't we have a crafting table in here? That is kind of a silly thing not to have, actually, when you think about it. Okay. And do we want to waste the... Yeah, I'll waste it. It's fine. It's okay. Oh, you know, I gotta do the bit. You know I gotta do it. It's not a real question block if it's not in the air, okay? It is what it is, and I gotta be what I gotta be. Okay, so at this point, we can get rid of that. And we can get rid of that. Where's my bucket? There we go. Gonna say, like, we had buckets, didn't we? Okay. Hopefully that's good enough, and hopefully we don't lose everything while donking around with this. Hopefully one of these trees starts to grow. I'm getting a little upset. Maybe it's the wrong environment. Maybe they're not capable of growing in such an environment. I don't know. Okay, let us continue our project though. Like this. How fun. How magnificent. How beautiful. I'm just like, I'm really surprised. Like, I guess in general, I'm really surprised by how consistent games are going to be releasing this year and hopefully next year. I know the original Switch did have an issue after Breath of the Wild where it didn't seem like there were that many games for it at first, and then it really picked up and it never really lost steam. My hope is we see a lot of Nintendo Switch 1 games getting Switch 2 re-releases, hopefully with all their DLC included, Smash Bros, and Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm gonna be really sad if we don't get a New Horizons with all the DLC updates on it. Like if they think they can make us buy the DLC twice, that's gonna be really sad. That would probably be the point where I say like, yeah, you've become Greed-tendo at this point. I guess I'll buy it anyways though. Probably shouldn't, but I'll do it anyways. Okay, let's see. So probably like that. And then maybe like out there. Works for me. And then let this one go either way. And we'll seal those up. There we go. Yeah, I hear you guys, but I don't really respect you, so don't pull anything funky, okay? I'm just making a little farm down here. No need to get all freaky about it. A nice little vegetable farm. Probably need more torches, though. I would imagine. I feel like we ran out, didn't we? But that's fine. We can get rid of our dark wood. We can make some fencing, I guess, and then get some torches up in here and call it goodsies. Plant some stuff and call it goodsies. Yeah. And I guess too, like another thing that happened was Silk Song came out. That's been a long time coming. And it was a really good game, and even the usual game pirators were like, yeah, we'll pirate any game. We don't care. We don't care how legal you make it, we don't care how it makes us look, we'll pirate your games, cause screw you. We're like, actually, no, let's actually buy Silk Song. Team Cherry deserves it. They've earned it. So that's really interesting. I also have no time to play it, so I don't know. I don't know anything about it at this point. Or at any point. Unfortunately enough. Let's see. What do we need? We need a I wanted sticks. And getting rid of dirt. We don't need it anymore. We don't need dirt where we're going? Okay. But you know what I do want? Nope. Beautiful. There we go. Every house should have multiple blocks. Doesn't even matter if it's sensible. It makes everything work out really nice. Okay, what were we? Sticks. Heck yeah. And then I forgot to grab coal. Because I probably went through the wrong whatever. And we do have some torches. That's good. Where's my... There we go. Big lump of coal. Where's my torches? I need torches. There we go. Zooming through this garbage. That's probably fine, actually. We don't actually need like a million, billion, gazillion. I would hope. Oh, we don't have very much dark wood at all. Oh, did I use it all up? somehow? I feel like I did. Unfortunate. Okay. Let's grab this and then... Okay. That's not a lot. We're gonna have to grab even more wood at this point. Unfortunate. But hey, at least we can plant stuff. And I mean, the worst case scenario is we could just gather what we can from underneath the island. Why aren't you guys growing? Am I dumb? Did I do something wrong? Or do they really just struggle to grow? I don't know. I might have to look that up. Because the oak did okay. Oh, and you know what? We probably should have brought something so that the waterfall doesn't continue forever. That'd probably been a smart idea, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I hear you. And I don't really want to. Yeah. I definitely am hearing you. And it's definitely one of my regrets. One of my regrets. Yep. Listening to a babbling monster babble above me. Hopefully that keeps you from spawning, though. At least a little bit. How many carrots are I'm gonna... How many carrots will we end up planting in our time here? You never know. Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy? Okay. So, wait a second. Some of that... No, that's just the water. Okay. That's just our water blocks. Gotcha. Okay. Trees aren't growing. That's disappointing. Torches are torching, though, so that's cool. House is built. Could use some amenities, some touches of home. Probably not beds, just in case. But, you know, there's a lot of other stuff we can donk around and make, I guess. I don't know. Let's see, we got about 10 minutes or so, 11 minutes, 15 minutes, somewhere in there before we call it. I guess we'll go to the overworld and then get some more wood, unfortunately. And then after that, we will... I don't know, we'll probably just look at our little house and then comment upon what we've done with this whole thing so far. It's not complete madness. It actually, once we get rid of the scaffolding and finish up our touches, it should look okay. Not great. Not magical by any stretch of the imagination, but you know what? It's pretty darn okay. And if that's not the point of entering another dimension to steal its resources, I don't know what is. See ya, ding-dongs. Hey, idiots. That's what I thought. Haha. Oh, it's raining and it's night. Where the heck am I? Oh, I know where I am. I'm gonna die. I made the wrong choice. Oh, yeah, that's spooky. Altogether kooky. Oh wow, I'm gonna get struck by lightning, aren't I? That's how, if that happens, that's how this gameplay ends. Oh, I saw it. We shouldn't be out at night. Haha. Yeah, I saw the lightning there. Is it still? Oh yeah, it's. Nope, it cleared up. Good, good, good. That's all we need is to get struck by lightning. Luckily, nothing's burning down, so that's good. Airship base, Luppi home. Beautiful. Wait a second, we don't have any of the wood I'm looking for here, do we? So we actually need to go to the other airship. You know, the actual flying one. Unless we collect this stuff, I guess. We could, but it's not the stuff that's already been collected for us, so I don't want to do it. I don't want to do the work. I'm not here to do the work. Was that even audible? Like, that was very, very quiet on my end. Hopefully you got to hear a little bit of the I'm talking like this and I'm having a good time. How are you guys? I don't know how this sounds, and I'm going to forget to check it out when I edit the video. If you like this, like and subscribe. I probably should start doing stuff like that a lot more, like, hey guys, like and subscribe. Comment. Tell me how much you hate me. Tell me how much I'm cool. Tell me anything. Just not your age, your birthday, your location, or your like any of your real information. Don't tell me that. Don't tell anybody online that. Protect it. Guard it. In fact, lie about yourself. Tell people you're actually a 42-year-old mailman when you're actually a 9-year-old girl. Tell people you went to jail for killing a hamster. His name was Mr. Hams. And he had a plot. It wasn't a good one, but it was a very solid hamster plot. You foiled it. And the government couldn't let that stand. It turns out all along, the government was controlled by rodents. That's not supposed to be topical. I'm just trying to come up with irrelevant events. Let's see. It's been a while since we've been to the big airship. It's kind of it's not nostalgic. It's kind of like, it feels weird. Feels weird doing this. Oh man, I'm yawning. We managed to make it almost through the entire video without yawning. That's awesome. If only we could make it through an entire video with things to talk about. That'd be really cool too. Okay, so there's wool, there's stripped things, spruce. I don't care about the spruce. I just want, there's dirt. There we go. I want you, I want you, I want you. Like, this might be too much. Okay, we'll take some of the spruce as well, I guess. Leave them nothing. We're taking it all. Okay, I think that's good though. I think this is fine. Yeah, it's probably fine. Okay, enough of this. And down I go. Oh boy. Dang. And we're back here. Okay, so I know where we are. I shouldn't have been so cocky like that. That was a bad choice. I own that. That was me being a ding-dong. But can you imagine if we managed to grab the ladder at the last second? How cool that footage would have been? For you know, Wii U Mario Minecraft. Oh well. We get to do this little trek all over again. But this time I'm not doing that weird voice, so you can actually hear what I'm saying, hopefully. Hopefully. Who knows, maybe that was a normal sounding voice and this is too loud. You never know. Microphones are funny. And I am a humorless person. Yep. Bum bum ba da bum. Okay, we've almost made it to our crash landing site. Someday we'll get back and we'll finish up this netherrack nightmare. We'll make a proper volcano. Someday. Not today. Not next time either, probably. But someday we will get back to it. And then after that, who knows what we'll do. Maybe call it quits. Say, we've spent so much time in this Mario Minecraft world. It's time to experience other kinds of voxel games. Or other kinds of Minecraft games or Minecraft clone games. Other kind of builder games, you know. And there's a lot to experience in this big old wide world. Okay, so we got our bread. We did get wood. I would say I think we've grabbed everything, right? Because we didn't really have too much on us at the time. Okay, so let's get the heck out of here. Isn't there lava some? Yep. I knew it. It's been a while, but I can't fool myself that hard. Yep. Oop. Took off some life. Yeah, it's gonna turn out all the dark oaks aren't growing because they're just too close together. And not in a way that allows them to, like, combine themselves into one big dumb thing. That'd be sad. Because I really like the wood. I want it to grow. Hello, you. I saw you spinning. I don't really care, but I saw you spinning anyways. And I keep smacking the ground really hard. I guess that's fate. Or so, or whatever. Alright, let's get to the end one more time, and then let us finish up that little farm, and then probably call it goodsies. I'm probably going to take a really good look at my list of things I want to talk about, though, before we call it a day, because next week it'll be too late to talk about this stuff. Probably. Oh boy. Please tell me you're not still mad at me. I know I made the wrong choice before. There's a lot of them all over. That's interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of them all over. Yikes. Okay, let me get in here. There we go. Okay, let us do this up. Actually, can I jump to the... I mean, I could, but I feel like that's a dumb idea. I feel like that's a really bad idea. Okay. Let's plant the spruce sapling too. Watch it grow when we get back. Hooray. We do have to do a few things though first. We need to, make that. That's good enough, I think. And then we need to, we need torches, 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 torches. Okay. And that should be good, I think. And then next time we'll plant flowers and we'll call it a day. Something like that, right? Okay. Oh, down I go. Once again. Cool, cool. Love to see it. And once we put this fence around here, we probably won't be able to jump anymore. Unless we get some serious... I mean, looking at it, yeah, I feel like it could go either way. One hand, it's definitely close enough. Oh, gosh darn it me. Should have brought the little hoe as well. What am I, if not a man without a hoe? Tragedy unbound. Yeah, I see you. You swine. I see him. Okay. I mean, it's not perfect or anything, but it's something. So let's get the hoe and then fill in those two spots, even though we don't really need to yet, and then cry that the spruce hasn't sprouted either. None of the other trees are growing. Unfortunate. Huh, that's very interesting. Oh dear. Oh, you know we could do though. We don't even need a dirt block. We can just prevent our own falling by doing that. Neat. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Everything is watered. Oh hey, the potatoes are growing now. Okay, cool. Which one is... That's just one. There we go, so it's yellow. We gotta wait till they're yellow. Gotcha. Okay, cool. Okay, so we've got our secret Secret garden. I was really hoping some of these trees would start to like spraying up or whatever, but apparently not. And that's life. That's fair. You know, it is how it is. You can't control what nature does, even if it's only what nature is doing in Minecraft, apparently. We got one tree though, so that's, I guess, not a win, but it's something. We should have brought bone meal. I can't believe we went back multiple times and we didn't even get bone meal. Okay. Okay. We'll have to figure it out at some point, I guess. But not today. So what's the view from... It would have been really cool if we could have seen the secret island from here. Oh, well. Okay, we'll put things away so we don't have to worry about them. And then it's time to call it a day. I suppose. We've been doing this long enough. We yawned once, I cleared my throat, we talked about random garbage. Before we go off the island though, I want to look at this. Oh, we can see the we can see the dumb block in the window. Oh, that's kind of... I don't know how I feel about that. I really don't know how I feel about that. And let's check our list of things I wanted to talk about today. Nintendo Direct. Amiibo, DLC, Yoshi with exclamation marks. Tomodachi Life. Pokemon Pocotia. Metroid Prime 4 gets a release date. Mario Galaxy. Random stuff. Mars Life. Yeah, we talked about it all. Good, good, good. Not every day I actually remember stuff. Now, let me get situated again. And then we will... where's my controller? Oh, there it is. Okay. It just kind of went into a weird spot in my towel folds. Hey. Okay. So we're looking at the house. This might actually be the best place to just call it, though. Like, we can just get a... But it was the newest one. Where are my dark oaks? Do I just have to stand here looking at them while not playing? I just have to idle around them? Lame. Lame. Okay, I don't want to stand here and end the game, but I do want to stand here and get a look at our dumb little island in all its glory. So we made a nice little farm island, accessible by waterfall. Not the dumbest farm I've made, but definitely it's something. It's a little bowl. It's a dumb little island bowl. And then we've got our main island, which finally has a house on it. So we've got a house, a pool, maybe trees someday. If the dark oak ever, if the dark oak saplings ever cooperate. The spruce did. The this did. Why can't you guys? Yeah, that is what we've done so far. I'm not gonna accidentally like... That's fine. It's fine. This is fine. Oh, hey. There we go. Kind of interview. There we go. So yeah, that's what we did today. We finished the house, or we got it built at least. And then we made an island for farming, so we don't have to have a farm up here. Which honestly, we probably should have done that with the pool too. We should have like made an island separate, but it's fine. It's okay. It is what it is. We've done what we've done already. We can't take it back at this point. It is what it is. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully next week will be less newsworthy, but still have lots of cool things to talk about. Hopefully. I don't know. You never know. We live in interesting times. Not quite fun zone times, which is good. We don't want to be in the fun zone, but definitely interesting. As an adult, I don't want to live in historical times anymore. I'm tired of once in a generation disasters happening every like 2 or 3 or 4 years. Get me off this crazy ride, you know? So with that, I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully before the end of the year we find out more about like that Pokemon Pokepia and Tomodachi Life and Yoshi. I want to hear more about that Yoshi game. I'm interested in Yoshi. And hopefully we can get our crap pulled together so whatever game you're waiting for that's coming out at some point, or any game I'm waiting for, doesn't completely derail what we're currently doing. Let's try to keep on chugging on, doing what we can, enjoying life. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.